Hello, welcome to Leka Treat and thank you so much for being here. So in today's video, it's a cook with me. We are making some delicious jollof rice with lamb chops. Let's get started. We'll begin by seasoning our lamb ribs, and for this recipe I'm using 2 kilos of lamb ribs. We'll pour over this 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of ginger powder. Next, we'll be adding 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. Trust me, this will take your seasoning to another level. I'm adding a teaspoon of salt to taste. And yes, we have some parsley. I'm using dried parsley. If you have the fresh one, please chop it up and add it to this recipe. I'm using 1 teaspoon of the dried parsley. And next we'll be adding some olive oil. I'm just sprinkling a little bit. It's not up to 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And yes, we need our barbecue sauce. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce to our lamb ribs. And the next thing we need to do, of course, is to give our lamb ribs very good massage with our ingredients. Make sure every portion of it is well coated, and then we are going to cover it up, set it aside to allow it to marinate. But not so quick, we need the magic ingredient. Yes, if you're an African or Ghanaian, you'll be needing this. Some chili flakes. I added about a teaspoon of chili flakes, massaged my lamb ribs very well, and then yes, it is ready to be set aside and allow time and the ingredients do its magic on the lamb ribs. So now that we have that out of the way, you can set it aside for about an hour. Next, we are going to preheat our oven, and of course we are going to grill our lamb ribs. And today I'll be using the grill fan combination. Yes, I really want us to enjoy it fast. If you have only the grill function on your oven, yes, please do that. Or in case you also have a grill pan, you can go ahead and do that on your stove. I have here some vegetables that we are going to cut in larger sizes. Yes, we are going to place this over our meat, but not so fast because I do not want it to be so soggy. I want to have a crunchy bite of it. You can use any vegetable of your choice. I have here 1 green bell pepper, 1 red bell pepper, and of course 1 onion. So I'm going to cut this into larger sizes as I mentioned earlier, and then set it aside. In case you want, you can season your vegetables with some salt, garlic powder, and some paprika powder as it is sitting. Yes, it's going to keep it very well marinated before you place it in your grill. But no, for today I'm going to just place my vegetables in my grill at a time that it has enough moisture for my vegetables to soak in that moisture. So just take a good look at our lamb chops. It's already looking good, but of course we need to grill it. Just look at this goodness. Yes, I'm going to place it in my grill pan and then place it in the oven. So we'll be grilling this at a temperature of 200 degrees Celsius. And yes, it's the grill fan combination. So now that our grill is in the oven, I cannot overemphasize the importance of having some jollof-based stew in your freezer. Yes, I have this most often in my freezer. I make a large batch of stew and then keep a portion in the freezer. And whenever the family wants to eat jollof rice, I just bring it out, defrost it, and then we are good to go. So yes, I have a portion of that already available. And today is a Sunday. We want to enjoy. So we'll be coming your way with a recipe for our tomato stew base, yes, that you can use for your jollof rice. It's ready to be served with your rice. You know, it's the good thing is it has no meat or beef in it. I prepare it with only vegetables, and you can add in your sardine in case you want to make your jollof rice. I love using it. Today we are using 2 of that. Sometimes I just bring it out of the freezer, the stew out of the freezer, cook some pasta, mix it up, with some minced meat, vegetables and cheese, and just put it in the oven, and in less than 30 minutes I make super delicious, super yummy, super healthy dinner for my family to enjoy. So in case you are a working mom, you are super busy having kids at home, yes, trust me, this stew is going to save you a lot of time. So in case you are on here and haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please do subscribe. We have a lot of recipes already here on the channel. Yes, you would enjoy it. So in today's video, we are using jasmine rice for our jollof rice. I love using basmati as well, but I noticed that because it has smaller grains, it has a tendency of soaking in more moisture, and if you do not take enough precaution, you are going to end up with a liquidy jollof rice, and you don't want that. So just make sure that you rinse your rice very well. That is what I'm doing. I mostly wash it like 2 to 3 times, and then we are good to go. Before pouring in our washed rice, I ensure that my stew is cooking at a medium-high heat, because you do not want to cook your jollof rice on low heat. Again, it's going to get very soggy. Your rice is going to get soggy, and you are not going to get those single grains of jollof rice. I'm not going to add much water. I just added the washed rice, and then I think about 100 ml or 200 ml of water was enough to cook this. But of course, we are going to bring you a separate video on jollof rice. We already have 2 videos on the channel on this, and you'll find them interesting. Add some salt to taste. Don't miss this point, it's really important, and you cover it. From time to time, we'll be mixing it up. But let's take a quick look at our lamb ribs, our lamb chops. My goodness, it's looking good already. I'm going to put in my onion and bell pepper at this point, and then flip my lamb chops, and it goes back into the oven. So a quick check on our jollof rice. This is how it's looking. We mix it again from time to time, and once it begins to bind together, we bring our heat to a medium heat. It's important to cook in a non-stick pan, but I just don't dwell on that. Sometimes I cook in a stainless steel pan, or most recently when I got my cast iron cookware, I also do that. So one important thing you must note from adding your vegetable is not just your vegetables soaking up the juices of your lamb ribs, it's also going to give the lamb rib really nice flavor. They end up enhancing the flavor of each other. What a perfect combination. So that's what we have. It's ready to go into our oven, and yes, the total baking time or the total grilling time is about 40 minutes, and it's done. Another quick look at our jollof rice, and oh my goodness, this is looking delicious already. My family just couldn't wait to enjoy this goodness on this lovely Sunday. Please do give this recipe a try. You will love it. So after placing in our vegetables, it's going back into the oven. We took it out after 20 minutes to place in the vegetables and flip it, and it's going to stay in there for another 20 minutes. But after putting in the vegetables for 5 minutes, I'm going to push it a little bit down so that it can soak up the juices, take on the flavor of the lamb ribs as well. So we would like to have a balanced diet here. We need our vegetables. And if you are a mother and a super busy one, having frozen vegetables is your friend. I got this from Rewe. You can get it from Kaufland if you live in Germany. And this is simply butter and vegetables mixed together with some herbs. You pour in a little bit of water, about 2 tablespoons of water, cover it up and cook, and you have a healthy vegetable to serve as your side dish. It works super, super, super amazing. So we are taking a final look at our jollof rice, and it's done. Look at how delicious it looks. It tasted absolutely delicious. It's done, and this is just putting in the extra effort of making a large batch of stew and keeping some in your fridge. And yes, our lamb ribs is also done. Our lamb chops is done. Just look at the beauty of our vegetables, perfectly garnishing our lamb ribs, and our side dish veggies are, they're also ready. It's ready to be served. So this is what our mixed vegetable is looking like. You don't cook it for long. And in case you are wondering the name in the German stores, it's Buttergemüse. So now that our lamb ribs are perfectly cooked, perfectly grilled, it's time to serve our food. We are going to dish it out, make it so yummy, very presentable for the family to enjoy. And just having a bite of this with some drink at the side is super, super, super delicious. You can make this on days that you have movie night together as a family. They are going to enjoy this. Or you can serve it with any dish for your friends and family to enjoy. They'll come back and ask you for the recipe of making this lamb ribs. Yeah, you are going to thank me later. So I'm not going to let my stock go waste. I'm just going to drizzle some on the lamb ribs to ensure that it stays juicy and moist. And I'm going to keep the remaining aside. You can just pour in some rice or have a drizzle over your jollof rice. It tastes super, super divine. So finally, it's time for us to have a portion of this rice to enjoy, and you have to make it look presentable for your family to enjoy as well. So our lamb turned out to be very soft and tender. We had a good bite of our paprika, the green bell pepper, the onions, the veggies was so, so, so delicious. And of course, our rice turned out perfectly well separated. So we hope that you give this recipe a try. Please let us know in the comment section what you think of it, and we'll be glad to know it. As always, simple, easy, lekker. See you in the next one. Bye!